right. Hi, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Christina Kim. I am a security engineer here at Checkpoint. I'm also joined by my right-hand woman, Nicole Schultz, and I'm just going to let her quickly introduce herself now.
Awesome. Thanks, Christina. My name's Nicole Schultz. I'm the channel account manager for Checkpoint covering Ingram Micro. And Christina and I are here kind of as the go-betweens to help partners with their business through Checkpoint that goes through Ingram Micro. And today we are going to talk about our cloud marketplace offering, and Christina will do a deeper dive into that.
Yep. Thanks, Nicole. So you'll notice another name on the screen, Joe Cusmano. Joe wasn't able to join us today, unfortunately, but he's a vendor business manager in the emerging business group at Ingram Micro, and he is our guru for all things security on the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace. So we wanted to kind of go through some both Checkpoint and Ingram slides about what the marketplace is and why it can make sense for partners. So I'll jump into that content now. Starting off, I know some of you on the phone may know this, some of you may work with both Ingram and Checkpoint very regularly, but just in case you don't, Ingram Micro and Checkpoint have been partnered in one way or another since 1996. As you probably know, Checkpoint has been channel-led and partner-led as a sales company from day one, and Ingram Micro has been a partner from very early on. We currently have just over 325 transacting partners in the US who transact Checkpoint through Ingram Micro. We had an incredibly strong year last year with a little over 20% year-over-year growth and landed at a revenue of just under $60 million. So if you're on the phone today and you are an Ingram Micro Checkpoint partner, thank you sincerely for your business. We had a really great 2020. We're looking forward to a great 2021 as well. And when you look specifically at the 1996 number on here, we haven't been on the cloud marketplace for nearly as long. We actually just joined this past year, but Ingram Micro has always had an incredible presence in the channel. And I think their cloud marketplace really represents a step forward into what the new normal will look like in terms of how the channel transacts and does business. So if this is your first intro into the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace, I'm thrilled to be able to share it with you. I think it's such a great tool. And even if you decide that, maybe one particular product from Checkpoint's offering on the marketplace isn't right for you, highly encourage you to explore the cloud marketplace. It's such an innovative and convenient way to do channel business. So I'm going to actually jump into some Ingram Micro slides and talk a little bit about the US cloud marketplace. So the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace was the result of an acquisition that happened almost 10 years ago now. And since then, the Cloud Marketplace has been completely rebranded into an Ingram Micro-centric tool. And I think what I want to most get across to any partners on the phone today is that the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace is the world's largest software and subscription marketplace that is designed solely for the partner as the user. So unlike a lot of other third-party marketplaces that you'll see in our industry today, like the AWS marketplace, the Azure marketplace, pretty much every CSP and ISP offers some type of version of a marketplace that has both their own services as well as third-party vendor services. The distinction here is that this tool was built from the ground up to support partners being able to transact on a platform like this and provide their end users with the solutions they need, with services wrapped around it if they like, in whatever billing pattern, in whatever way makes sense to that partner who knows their end customers better than anyone. And I think that's where one of the biggest value props lie for the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace, is that many other marketplaces in our industry are sort of retrofitted to accommodate the partner, but are primarily designed to be a direct end user transaction. That is not and really will never be what this marketplace is for. This is always going to be a marketplace that supports partners, and then the partners can then propagate that out to their customers. When we look at a typical cloud marketplace transaction partner, when we look at a month, here are some stats that we're looking at. There are about 6,000 plus active partners, and Ingram defines active partners that are using the cloud marketplace monthly for license transactions, whether that's SaaS or on-prem licensing. There are over 2.7 million US cloud marketplace seats, so that's by user licenses sold. The big players on the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace are pretty much what you'd expect. The number one seller is Microsoft 365 and other similar SaaS productivity offerings from various vendors. However, the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace, as you can kind of see from some of these boxes down here, it's not just for productivity suites. It's not just for anything like that. We really Ingram runs the whole gamut of IT solutions when it comes to what they offer on the marketplace. One of the bigger value adds, one of the biggest demands that Checkpoint gets from partners is monthly transactions. How can I pay monthly? How do I make this manageable? How do I make it as automated as possible to be able to transact in this method? 70% of transaction on the cloud marketplace are done in a monthly model. It's very SMB friendly. 80% of transactions are for 50 seats or less. There are absolutely partners who are transacting many, many, many more seats than that in a typical deal. But this really scales down and scales up nicely for wherever your business may be, whether you are focused on the SMB or whether you primarily target, Fortune 500s, there's a place for you on the cloud marketplace. One of the big things as well is this is a huge tool for Ingram Micro to be able to bring newer partners and newer resellers into the channel ecosystem. So they're on average onboarding 50 to 60 new resellers per month. And so if you're a partner who has never used the cloud marketplace or you've never heard of it, you can rest assured that you're going to be working with a team at both Ingram and Checkpoint who understands what you need to get started, who's very used to onboarding partners and can help you accelerate that process so that you can be transacting quickly. As I mentioned before, the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace has existed in one form or another for over 10 years, but actually Checkpoint joined in Q3 of 2020, so last year. And so we're currently live on the Cloud Marketplace under security. So if you just kind of go to this option right here, Cloud Services, there'll be a drop-down menu, security will be on here, and you'll see the Checkpoint offerings listed. Each of our offerings, which are listed in the corner here, I know that some of these are outdated names as of SKO and CPX. We are working on getting those updated, but we wanted to show them to you the way they display today on the marketplace, just to reduce confusion. But as you can see from the offerings here, we do not offer any of our hardware-focused solutions on the cloud marketplace. This is primarily for software and SaaS subscriptions. And additionally, we focused on products within the CloudGuard family, as well as what is now known as the Harmony family, but was previously Sandblast Agent, Sandblast Mobile, and our Unified Endpoint Security Bundle, which is just those two things combined. These will be rebranded with our new naming, which was launched at CPX, but for now, this is what it looks like, so we wanted to share it with you as it is today. You can see here that every page of solutions includes a bunch of pre-sales content. We want to give partners as much access to be able to answer questions independently as we can, just to help them expedite the sales process and keep things flowing smoothly. And so you'll find tons of information on every page. It will also include details like what type of support is included. We've bundled support into each of these SKUs. I know that's a departure for many partners who are used to transacting on the traditional side, who are very used to kind of having a different style and a different viewpoint in terms of having the product and then the support SKU. Everything is bundled here. The goal with the cloud marketplace is to really make the transaction for us, for Ingram, and for you as the partner as touchless and easy and self-service as we can possibly make it. You saw last slide, I said, most of these transactions are 50 users or less when it comes to a typical marketplace transaction. When it comes to a transaction of that size, we know that it needs to be a low touch opportunity in order for you guys to make the money that you need to make off those types of deals. And so that's really one of the main value points of the cloud marketplace, is just being able to do that. And so, as I mentioned, there was about a 9-year gap between when Ingram Micro really launched their cloud marketplace and when Checkpoint launched on the cloud marketplace. And I want to talk about some of the value adds in the ecosystem. This next slide is very dense. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but I do want to call out a couple of value adds for Checkpoint, for cloud marketplace, and for partners that we can reap from taking advantage of this partnership. So when it comes to the Ingram Micro side, there is a team of portfolio cloud marketplace sales reps that I work with very closely, as well as Nicole, to make sure that they're trained and understand the Checkpoint offerings. And so you can really think of the cloud marketplace sales team as an extension of the Checkpoint team. It's just more people who have skin in the game to help you transact Checkpoint. Additionally, we know that this is a new route to market. Just to give a taste, unlike traditional transactions, the cloud marketplace does not use NSPs. It does not use deal reg. It transacts off of very black and white published pricing, and that's the pricing that it is. We've really tried to price it as advantageously as possible. And so We know that that's a different transaction style. We know that that's pretty strong of a departure from what many of you are used to. And so there is a dedicated team on the cloud marketplace side that can walk you through your first transaction, that can get you onboarded and get you credentials for the marketplace, that can help you set up your various reseller resources to make this transition as smooth as possible. Once you're able to understand how these transactions flow, the best practices for guiding your end users to your reseller storefront on the marketplace, what you really result in is a ton of time savings, very low touch, high value opportunities. And it's also, I really want to highlight this, it's really great for promoting stickiness with your end user. And so there's auto renewal features, and you can really set up an end user on the cloud marketplace as a partner in a way where they will easily get the renewals and the licenses that they need with really no glitches or anything like that. It's one of the key values of the cloud marketplace. And additionally, when it comes to onboarding as a partner, beyond the Checkpoint value add, which I hope that will take front and center in your cloud marketplace business, but beyond that, there's a huge portfolio of offerings, over 200 solutions on the marketplace that spans both IaaS and SaaS. There's also a lot of on-prem licensing on there. It's really, you can take a look at all the different areas of your business, and you can probably find way more than just a Checkpoint focused way that you can optimize your business by moving some over to the cloud marketplace. There are, like I mentioned before, because this is a marketplace designed for partners, there are a ton of resources that are created specifically with you as the partner in mind. So everything from the billing management and the subscription lifecycle management, all of that is geared for you as the partner to be able to effectively manage subscriptions and billing, because we know that can be a pain point with traditional software licensing, where everything ends at different times and there is no single screen that will show you everything you need. Cloud Marketplace has worked really hard to provide that. We have a wide variety of marketing and pre-sales tools also available. I do want to highlight this bullet right here, end user marketplace white labeling. If you're reseller XYZ and you'd like to create the reseller XYZ marketplace, you can do that. You can basically create what Ingram Micro calls a reseller storefront. And so when your end user looks at this website, it'll read as reseller XYZ cloud marketplace, but on the back end, it'll be the Ingram Micro cloud marketplace. You can set that up to be entirely self-service for your end user. And so they can go to your reseller storefront. They will see the pricing that you set for them through our Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace storefront, and they can auto transact, and that order can be auto fulfilled. And so if your end user, they suddenly have a need for, quantity 60 Harmony email and Office licenses because they're onboarding a bunch of new hires, that doesn't have to be a phone call anymore. That doesn't have to be a generated quote. If you have that white labeled partner storefront set up, they can just go ahead and go on that reseller storefront, order the licenses, and have the order provision if they're an existing partner of yours or existing customer of yours rather. So again, I hope you're seeing not just the ease of use for you as the partner, but it creates a really great buying experience for your end users as well, allows them to really save a lot of time and energy, and allows them to really focus on the value adds that you're providing. You can also mark up those SKUs that are on your reseller storefront to accommodate any services that you might want to add or things like that. All of that is in your control. And again, these are the types of tools that, to the degree that Ingram has developed them, they really only exist on the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace in terms of tools that are tailor-made for partners to be able to manage the experience. And so the final couple bullets talk about different integrations. I'm not going to go into this next slide too much, but again, I keep talking about, this is a marketplace that's designed for partners. This is one of the ways that we really put that to practice on the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace. When you go on the marketplace from the API and integration side, this is really designed to integrate with most of the leading MSP software that we're seeing partners use in our ecosystem. So a lot of them are using, ConnectWise and other tools like that that are very MSP specific, alongside other tools that are a little bit more holistic, like your Microsoft Dynamics and your QuickBooks and things like that. Ingram Micro does not charge for any of these integrations. These are all built in, whether you transact quantity 1 or quantity 1 million. Again, the goal is to really make this an extension of your selling capability as a partner and make that extension as automated and low touch and high value as possible. That's really the goal with the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace. That's the value add that Checkpoint really saw when we finally decided to onboard onto the marketplace. And, this platform really speaks for itself. This team has tremendous year-over-year growth when it comes to growing both new and existing partners on the marketplace. And so I really hope, if this is your first exposure to the marketplace, or if it's something that you really haven't been able to dedicate a ton of time into digging into, I know it's quarter end, set a 30-minute meeting with Nicole and I for after quarter end. We would love to talk to you more about how the marketplace can support your business in specific when it comes to the goals that you think it can help you reach. And if you're interested in getting in contact with some folks at Ingram, like I mentioned, they onboard dozens and dozens of new partners every month. There is a very clean process for you to be able to onboard. When you sign up as a partner with Ingram Micro, whether you plan on transacting on the cloud marketplace or not, you will receive credentials to the cloud marketplace. You can then add more users from your company and designate their role as well. So if you're interested in learning more, there is a 2-minute cloud marketplace demo that's just available on YouTube. If you're interested in talking with someone a little bit sooner than that, then there's 2 numbers here that you can read. For SaaS and on-prem security solutions, so where Checkpoint falls in, you're going to want to reach out to cloud.security@ingrammicro.com. They also have a phone line that's staffed at all business hours. And then there's pretty similar team on the IaaS side as well. So if you are a transacting Azure or AWS partner, or you're interested in getting that business launched, Ingram has really incredible programs designed to take a partner from zero to a very robust IaaS pipeline. And then we can also, obviously, as Checkpoint, provide you all the cloud security you need as you start really growing, in the amount of cloud that you're transacting. You'll need security. It's right there for you on the marketplace as well. If you're new to Ingram entirely, if you're new to distribution entirely, you can reach out to this 4th bullet down here, the new business development team. They're the ones who can really walk you through any type of paperwork or signups that you'll need to do to be ready to transact on both the marketplace and the traditional side. And then additionally, when it comes to any Checkpoint specific questions, if you're like, hey, is this sold on the marketplace? How do I transact this? Whatever it might be, we have dedicated full-time Checkpoint specialists who support Ingram Micro full-time and are able to answer any of your questions. They can loop us in as well. Nicole and I will have our contact information on the last slide of this presentation. Please, any questions, musings, feedback, anything you may have for us regarding the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace and Checkpoint partnership, please feel free to get in contact with us. We'd love to understand how we can make this business model work for you. And so just to wrap up, we at Checkpoint, we're so excited to be participating in distribution marketplaces. We think it's such an important part of our channel strategy moving into this next decade. I think one of the things that we see the most as the most kind of intriguing thing as Checkpoint employees when we look at the marketplace is Ingram has done a really great job of reaching out to and accommodating partners who are, maybe they're not 30-year partners who came from hardware roots. Maybe they're born in the cloud resellers. They've never bought or sold hardware in their life. They're very new school, very services heavy. Maybe some of those things are things that you want to add to your portfolio as a more established partner. Ingram Micro and the cloud marketplace can help you get there. And when it comes to the security focus of that type of strategy, Checkpoint's ready to support that business. So whether it's some of our SaaS offerings, or even just our endpoint or our IaaS protection, whatever it is in the cloud and software subscription journey that you're looking at moving your partner towards, we're able to support that on the cloud marketplace. Additionally, it's really great that the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace is just kind of created for emerging technologies. Like I said, we don't do hardware on the cloud marketplace. It's really built for cloud security. Our beyond the perimeter solutions, things like that are really the sweet spot for the marketplace program. And again, we always, as Checkpoint, as Ingram, we always want to be finding ways to provide additional value add to our partners. So this is just another way to do that. It allows you as partners to accommodate a buying style that previously wasn't really possible through Ingram Micro. It offers a whole new level of partner enablement and marketing. Again, that monthly payment option is so important. It's one of the biggest pieces of feedback that we get in the channel team at Checkpoint is, I need to be able to have a monthly SKU to pay for this. the marketplace is the answer to that. If you're looking for a monthly payment for our Cloud Guard or our Harmony solutions, please reach out to us about the marketplace. That's the best way to do it. Our goals, we want to be really transparent with you. We want to reach new partners who are heavy into the cloud. They're doing very new school models when it comes to channel selling, but frankly, for a lot of those partners, they're lagging a little bit behind in the quality of cloud security specific solutions that they're offering. And we want to be able to protect them. You know, Checkpoint, we lean very heavily on our R&D and our research arms. And we know the threat that exists in the cloud because of misconfiguration or just flat out threats of people trying to breach data and things like that. We understand the cloud landscape. We have created cloud native solutions that are ready to effectively protect cloud workloads and cloud applications. And we want to bring those to those newer partners and to those newer end users who are not going to buy a firewall, but they still need the technology and protection that Checkpoint provides. Additionally, when you have a monthly model, when you can set up auto renewing and billing, when the end user can feel really in control of their licensing and they can add licenses if they need to, that increase in predictability and profitability, overall, it just adds to much better customer retention. And that's something that Ingram Micro kind of hears across the board when it comes to whether it's customers who were transacting more on the traditional side and moved over to the cloud marketplace, or customers who joined Ingram Micro specifically for the cloud marketplace. Customer retention is generally top of mind for those customers and for those partners. We're in the same boat, and we feel that the value adds that Ingram Micro has included in the cloud marketplace are really the way to increase that customer retention. Speed of implementation and ease of doing business. I mean, these are buzzwords we talk about all the time in the cloud. We need to extend them into our cloud selling and our channel cloud transactions as well. And that's really the goal with the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace is let's make it easy for partners to do business. Let's make it speedy, and that way they can do more business, make more money, and just have a much more stable business that's built on a very predictable and profitable model. And so for us, like I said, we launched in right at the end of Q3, right at the beginning of Q4. So we're still very much in this new phase of transacting on the marketplace, but we think it's the right time. We think we have the right solutions from our Cloud Guard and Harmony family of products. And we think that we're using the right channel. We know that Ingram has tons of experience in supporting partners of all sizes and helping them grow the business in the way that they want it to grow. We think that the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace and our distribution marketplace program in general, it increases predictability, it increases profitability, it makes transactions easier. So that means you can have more of them. And we've really been messaging internally to the Checkpoint channel account managers. Make sure you understand the Ingram offering, make sure you understand the team at Ingram. Your team at Partner Alliance is also a critical part of that. And so making sure that everyone involved will make this move over easy for you is a huge priority for us at Checkpoint. So I hope you've sort of been intrigued by what we have to offer. And if you are, and you'd like to learn a little bit more, luckily there's a whole host of people who would love to discuss the Ingram Micro Marketplace and your Ingram Micro business in general when it comes to Checkpoint. Just to quickly run through some of these folks so you know who they are, we have Daniel Williams. He's our solution executive. He is full-time dedicated to partners who are transacting Checkpoint. That's his only vendor, and he can be reached at daniel.williams@ingrammicro.com. We have our Checkpoint licensing team. They are also trained on the cloud marketplace and can help you get an understanding of whether your opportunity would be right for considering the cloud marketplace. We also have a technical account manager, Stephen Albee. He is also fantastic with all things Checkpoint. He can very easily escalate issues to me as well. So when you have a pre-sales technical issue between Steve and I, we're going to get it resolved for you through Ingram Micro. And then finally, running the show on the Ingram side, we have Adam Bellows. He's our senior vendor business manager. This whole team is Checkpoint focused, Checkpoint dedicated, and here for you when it comes to any and all questions you have about establishing that Ingram Micro relationship with Checkpoint. And then finally, on the Checkpoint side of the house, so on the right-hand side of the screen, you have Nicole Schultz, who is the channel account manager, as she explained earlier, focused on Ingram Micro US business. I'm Christina Kim, the security engineer. I also focus exclusively on Ingram Micro Checkpoint US business. And so if you have any questions or anything you want to talk through at all about the cloud marketplace, if any of this intrigued you, please do not hesitate to reach out to any of the email addresses you see on your screen, and we'd love to start that conversation with you. That's what I got for you. Thank you all so much for your time today. It's much appreciated. Again, please do feel free to reach out if you have any questions at all.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christina and Nicole, for hosting us today. For the partners on this call, please make sure to log in this webinar as a training in your Engage app, so it could go towards your partner points. We'll also send out this recording later today. So